Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a really crucial piece of the AI puzzle today. Specifically, we're diving into Chapter 12 of Modern AI Storage, a comprehensive architecture guide. This is put together by Virtualization Options LLC. They're a Colorado-based tech research and advisory group. Now, their whole 15-chapter guide is basically a masterclass for IT pros navigating data center storage. But today, we are strictly locking our lens onto Chapter 12. Why? Because we need to talk about the unique, real-world operational demands of actually running AI. This is where the theoretical rubber meets the practical road. So let's get into it, because we're about to unpack a massive paradigm shift in modern computing. Okay, let's dive into this. We know exactly how to train AI, but how do we actually run it? For the past few years, the massive, resource-heavy process of training models has absolutely dominated infrastructure discussions. It gets all the funding, all the attention, all the headlines, right? But training is really only half the battle. Once your model is fully trained, you actually have to deploy it to answer questions, analyze data, and interact with users in the real world. That operational phase, that's called inference. And what the industry is quickly waking up to is that inference is an equally complex challenge, just for entirely different reasons. Section 1, the inference pivot, a new set of demands. This pivot forces us to completely flip our mindset. Think about it. When you design a data center for training, you're optimizing for this massive, brute force operation that might run continuously for months. It's a batch-oriented process churning through giant, static data sets. It's kind of like driving a heavy freight train, hauling thousands of tons of cargo. It takes a long time to get moving, but the momentum is undeniable. But now, shift your thinking to AI inference. Inference happens entirely in real time. It requires highly dynamic access to data. You aren't processing predictable batches anymore. You are reacting instantly to unpredictable user prompts. So it's not a freight train, it's a Formula One race car. It demands total agility, instant responsiveness, and the ability to pivot in a split second. Trying to run a real-time inference workload on architecture built for batch-oriented training, it's literally like entering a freight train in a Formula One race. The mechanics just do not align. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why your hardware approach has to change. Look at training workloads. The absolute primary goal there is maximizing throughput. You just want to push as many gigabytes per second through the system as physically possible. But for inference, that goal shifts entirely to stringent latency. It's no longer about how much data you can move in an hour. It's about how fast you can access a tiny piece of data right this exact millisecond. You're moving away from compute-intensive static data processing and shifting toward real-time dynamic access patterns. These fundamental differences between maximizing throughput and enforcing stringent latency mean you need a totally distinct architectural approach for both memory and storage. Section 2, the KV cache architectural shift. Now, what's really interesting here is that because inference relies so heavily on dynamic, unpredictable data access, traditional storage designs basically just break down. They were built for predictable file retrieval, right? Not the chaotic, real-time generation of language or data. As the text from Virtualization Options points out, model inference relies on rapid KV cache access. Let's de-jargonize KV cache for a second. Key value cache is essentially the lightning-fast short-term memory that an AI needs to generate responses on the fly. As an AI model generates a sentence, literally word by word, it uses this cache to remember the context of what it just said so it can figure out what to say next. This cache expands incredibly fast and requires immediate, constant access. If your storage and memory tiers aren't built to feed this KV cache rapidly, the AI stalls, the generation slows down. The hardware literally cannot keep up with the model's train of thought. Section 3, the business reality of speed. But why does this technical bottleneck actually matter outside of the server room? Well, because this intense need for rapid, dynamic memory access isn't just an engineering preference. It directly and immediately impacts your actual business operations and your bottom line. So the crucial point here is SLA compliance. A service level agreement is a contract, and in the context of AI deployment, SLA compliance means meeting strict contractual response time guarantees. Say a financial institution is using your deployed AI for real-time credit card fraud detection. That model doesn't have 3 seconds to think. It has milliseconds. If a customer service chatbot takes 10 seconds to reply because the storage architecture is lagging on a KV cache lookup, that is a breached contract. We are directly connecting the technical latency requirements of your hardware right back to the real-world business agreements that dictate how fast the AI must respond to survive in the marketplace. The authors of Chapter 12 make this abundantly clear. They stated bluntly, microsecond-level storage access is non-negotiable for strict performance targets. Non-negotiable. Think about that for a second. For decades, enterprise IT measured acceptable storage latency in milliseconds. That was the gold standard. But inference changes the math completely. For SLA compliance today, storage speeds have to be measured in microseconds. This completely shatters the traditional data center paradigm. Literally, if your storage tier cannot deliver data in microseconds, you cannot meet performance targets, and your inference deployment is going to fail in a commercial setting. Which leaves us with one final, absolutely vital question to consider. Is your data center equipped to handle this microsecond reality? As you evaluate your own IT infrastructure and plan for the future, you really have to look closely at your architecture. Are you building a system designed for the heavy, batch-oriented lifting of model training? Or have you recognized the paradigm shift? And are you actively architecting for the real-time, dynamic, microsecond precision required for real-world inference? Because as we've learned today, succeeding at one definitely does not guarantee success at the other. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer on Chapter 12 of the Modern AI Storage Guide. I really hope this helps you navigate the complex realities of deploying AI, and I will leave you to ponder that final question.